I'm proud of you, boys. You got fat. Walk until there's only one of you left.
In Dublin's fair city,
I look at each and every one of you, and I see hope.
where the girls are so pretty.
Personally, I can't stop thinking about all that money.
Nobody wants it more than me. This is my chance to change things.
Maintain a speed of 3 miles per hour.
Every moment matters, especially at the end.
A military takeover has transformed the United States into a totalitarian dystopia in this other version of the country. The sole prominent figure is a man referred to as the Major. The administration eventually establishes a lethal contest known as the Long Walk, in which the victor is rewarded with fame, wealth, and one wish for anything they choose. For many, it's their only opportunity to get out of poverty, and the entire event is shown on national television. A lottery selects 50 volunteers to participate in the competition. Ray is the only contender from Maine, and his mother Ginny is taking him to the tournament. The atmosphere in the car is obviously tense, and Ginny wants Ray to reconsider competing, but Ray tells her it's not her choice. When they arrive at the location, Ginny hugs Ray tightly and breaks down as she says goodbye. After that, Ray enters through the front gate and greets Peter, who is amiable. In actuality, the most of the players seem amiable, and before long, they are all contentedly conversing while they wait for the tournament to begin. Curly continues to pace while attempting to conceal his anxiety, and the other lads observe how youthful he appears. No one believes him when he says he is 18. Before long, the Major shows up and tells the boys that they are now men by giving them metal tags with their assigned numbers. He then delivers a speech in which he reminds them that the lengthy walk was designed to reintegrate and inspire the value of work ethic in a nation that has been experiencing financial difficulties since the war. Every year, there is an increase in production following the event. Thus, the Major genuinely believes that this works and that laziness is the only issue facing the country. The participants are given bracelets that track their pace while he speaks. The Major then goes over the regulations. Everyone has to walk until there is no finish line and just one person remains. They must maintain a speed of 3 miles per hour. They receive a warning if they fall below that. They receive another warning if they are unable to accelerate within 10 seconds. They will be shot after 3 warnings. They will be unexpectedly shot if they step off the pavement. After encouraging everyone to applaud, the Major fires his gun into the air to formally begin the competition. As they record everything, military trucks follow the guys as they begin to go down the road. Because crowds are only permitted on the last stretch, the region is deserted and depressing. Only people who live close to the road are allowed to see it first. As the boys walk by, a policeman salutes, and an irritated Gary gives him the finger before spitting on the ground. Everyone is focused and serious at first, but by mile 5, a lot of the boys are conversing. Stephen receives a warning as soon as he slows down, so he adjusts his speed. The other boys question whether it was a tactic to push the boundaries. When Gary detects a rock in his shoe, he must stop walking, and soon the soldiers are warning him.
What the fuck is he doing?
Warning, number 5.
I got a rock in my fucking shoe.
Number 5. Second warning.
That dumb fuck's actually gonna get his fucking ticket.
Get up, man.
Come on, get up. Get up, Mark.
Third warning.
Fuck. Idiot.
A soldier prepares to fire after the 3rd warning, but Gary replaces the shoe in time to continue advancing. Gary says he did it to get some sleep, but the other boys believe he's a moron. The boys are discussing the reward by mile 7. Ray thinks there are more essential things, even if Arthur acknowledges he is only here for the money. They are tricked by the government into thinking they are volunteering to take part, but in reality, the system has left them so impoverished and desperate that they have no other option. Peter is impressed and believes that they should use the money to help people, but some of the lads think it's not a good idea to discuss the lengthy walk negatively on camera. Peter then starts a cigarette. Arthur wants him to share, but Hank tells him it's not a good idea. Richard pushes through, interrupting their taunting. He wants to write a book about the long walk that will make him famous, so he's recording everyone's names and phone numbers. Peter believes it is foolish since he will already be wealthy and well known if he prevails. Curly screams in agony after experiencing a cramp in his legs. The troops warn him when he slows down, so Ray assists Curly in walking as he and Peter continue to verbally support him. Curly tries to continue going on his own because he is motivated, but the pain is too much and he falls to the ground.
Warning. Warning. Number 7.
All right, Curly.
Second warning.
Come on, keep walking. Keep walking. That's right.
Come on. Come on, stick with me. Stick with
Come on,
me.
youngin.
Keep walking.
You got it.
We just gotta stay at this
We
pace.
good.
Come on, Curly, come on!
Get up, youngin. Get up.
Warning. Number 7. Third warning.
Curly is shot in the head by a soldier following the third warning. Ray slows down as a result of the shock and gets a warning, so Peter encourages him to proceed more quickly. Shortly after, the Major shows up on the road with a speech for Curly, stating that a friend has fallen and that his valor should be remembered with fondness. In order to knock on wood, Ray touches a soldier's pistol while asking for a refill for his canteen. Peter simply urinates in the middle of the road when he needs to relieve himself. By mile 17, they spot a female shouting for Rye while carrying a placard close to the road. Despite the fact that she is too young, the other males make fun of him for having a fan. A boy suddenly collapses on the road after having a seizure. Gary leaps over him and makes fun of him for concealing medical problems as the troops begin to issue the warnings. The sick youngster is soon shot by the military, and Gary claims that since there is less competition, everyone should be pleased. A boy named Rank first tries to ignore Gary when he begins to bother him around mile 25. However, Rank becomes enraged and tries to punch Gary after he insults his mother. Rank ends up landing rather hard on the ground after Gary avoids all of his attacks. The soldiers shoot him because he doesn't get up in time. The other lads begin screaming at Gary, accusing him of being responsible for the incident and expressing their desire to see him eliminated as well. A boy later needs to drop his trousers in order to urinate while walking.
Warning. Number 45. Second warning.
Hey, idiot.
45. Third warning.
The fuck up, Stebbins! What does it matter?
The rest of the world would have an opportunity like this. Your first night is almost upon you.
By mile 35, the Major reappears to congratulate them on making it to their first night and persuades them that this is a worthy cause by using a lot of buzzwords. Ray begins to nod off and has dreams about his mom. When he slows down, the troops warn him and Peter has to wake him. Ray gets a second warning after he unintentionally slows down once more while the boys are talking about their families. Ray accelerates, but he stumbles and receives his third warning after a few paces. To clean his warnings, he must now walk flawlessly for 3 hours. Ray becomes anxious and yells that Peter is just acting as like he cares, despite Peter's best efforts to be encouraging. The group next encounters a steep climb that makes walking more difficult. As soon as everyone is exhausted, a few boys collapse and are shot. Rye has to put up with Gary making fun of him despite his best efforts to disregard all the deaths that have occurred.
Just walk clean. Come on, just keep up. Shut up.
You don't want me to get my ticket. I know you're just like the rest of them, man.
Shut up. Shut up.
We want the race be to fuck it down.
More than half. Happened 6 years ago.
Number 8.
28 total. Shit.
You're gonna fucking die tonight, Garrity. I can fucking... Okay! Got a gun to your fucking head!
Not good. I feel... I keep putting one foot in front of the other. Don't slow down. Do not slow down. No. Keep moving. Don't catch your breath.
Get back there, okay?
Forget it.
Oh, I owe you a apology again.
All right. Don't be fucking dumb. Brothers, because yes, we're all good. Got it.
The boys arrive at mile 59 in the morning. There are just 18 players remaining after all the deaths on the hill last night. Hank is barely hanging on by mile 67. When Peter tries to see how he's doing, Hank snaps and reprimands him. Richard, meantime, has been moving more slowly, despite having a twisted ankle. Ray tries to persuade Richard to continue moving, despite the soldier's warnings, but Richard eventually loses it and passes out. 2 kids are watching as a soldier shoots him in the head. When a boy tries to flee by rushing into a building, The soldiers shoot him down right away. When the guys talk about their request at mile 103, Peter suggests he would ask for 2 winners rather than just 1. The others point out that Rye's request cannot directly influence the state, despite his desire to overhaul the entire system. They become irate and begin cursing the competition and the major. It begins to rain quite a little in the evening. Peter is assisting Ray in walking because he is having trouble staying awake. When they get to mile 144 in the morning, Arthur stops to relieve himself. He must continue before finishing since the soldiers promptly warn him. The boys continue to talk to disregard their tiredness, so Rye chooses to inform Peter about his father, who he thinks of him as his hero. His dad employed to instruct him on illicit subjects, such as philosophy as well as the government thought. He was a betrayer. The principal himself requested that he stop taking lessons and pledge allegiance, but Ray's dad refused and was put to death right away. Rye then divulges his secret. He has become a member of the lengthy stroll to yearn for a pistol and murder the major. He gripes about the populace by the road who like seeing them suffer. However, Peter reminds them that they are victims of the system as well. They were conditioned to believe that something is admirable. By the no one wants to talk at mile 170. When a child with bleeding feet can no longer bear it, he tries to climb on a tank and asks the soldiers for assistance. He is instantly knocked down by a soldier and the tank runs over his legs. Even as he screams in agony and is eventually shot in the head, he continues to receive the warnings. Another boy becomes insane as a result of the scene, stripping off before fleeing the road and getting shot as well. Then Hank discovers he has lost a tooth. When the gang arrives at mile 201 in the evening, Hank is hardly standing. Hank is finished, despite Ray's attempts to uplift him. He turns around and goes up to the soldiers on a vehicle, only to be shot right there. Arthur, heartbroken, rushes to embrace his friend while he passes away and gets a caution. Ray must therefore yank him away to keep him alive. The following morning, they arrive at mile 209 with just 6 boys remaining. They recall that Hank was married and consent to the winner making a donation of the winnings to her. Their Gary is not included in the talk, who begins to feel excluded. He comes over Ray and discloses that Rank's passing has been bothering him ever since, but he never really intended for the boy to pass away. Gary says he's sorry, but he argues that wasn't his fault. He commits to making a donation, funds to Hank's spouse as well. Thus, the group consents to incorporate him into their friendship.
And if you don't mind telling your buddies, guys gotta have a couple buddies, man. I don't want to die hated, you know? You gotta die.
It's gonna be
I
fucking
didn't
good.
fucking mean to kill that kid, man!
Okay, so we're gonna keep walking.
It's not what the fuck? What the fuck you do that?
No! Third warning.
No.
The boys attempt to maintain the atmosphere by singing on mile 260. They travel to Ray's hometown on the 5th day after arriving at mile 278. Ray believes it's a curse because he will have to leave his mother once more, while Collie believes he's fortunate to get to see her. One of Ray's boots breaks off as they begin to traverse the town at mile 286. Ray removes both shoes and reveals that his feet have been bleeding after Arthur warns that an unequal balance will make things more difficult. Ray can't resist running to attempt to give Ginny a hug when he spots her close. While Peter pulls Rye in time to stop the troops from firing, Ginny takes a step back and tells him to stay on the road. When Ray realizes he is no better than his father, he yells a final apology to his sobbing mother. Peter tells Ray about his own family as they continue their stroll. After his parents perished in the war, he was left to live with his uncle, who beat him until he passed away when Peter was 10 years old. After that, Peter had to fight and steal to survive on the streets. Peter ended up in the hospital after his opponent sliced his face with a knife during a fight one day. He pledged to always find the light, even at the darkest moments, after blaming himself for what had occurred. He plans to use the proceeds to support orphans if he wins. By mile 306, Stebbins makes the point that if they continue to support one another, this will never end. Even though it makes them feel terrible, the others concur. The others must act indifferent as Arthur's nose begins to bleed. Key becomes enraged by this and rushes ahead, stealing a soldier's gun so he can kill him. When the boys witness Key being shot down in retaliation, they are distraught. Key self-deletes before they can kill him since he won't allow them to have his death as well. Arthur's nosebleed worsens at mile 324. Arthur realizes he doesn't have much time left, but Peter and Ray back out of the bargain and assist him in walking. When they win, he begs his buddies to give his grandmother his locket. Before he moves away from them, Arthur also requests that they not turn around. The troops swiftly murder him as he approaches the truck. Night collapses at mile 326. The Major continues to converse with the final 3 players as they cross a bridge. The Major doesn't care when Ray becomes irritated and begins to insult him. He believes that a winner needs those killing instincts. Stebbins takes advantage of the opportunity to disclose that he is one of the Major's several illegitimate offspring and that he wants to reside in his father's home. He wants this to end immediately, though, because he can feel his organs weakening. Stebbins believes that walking alongside them has been an honor and that he is pleased that either Peter or Ray will win. Then, without his father's concern, he stops moving and is shot by the soldiers. It begins to rain a short while later. Ray acknowledges that he used to be terrified of dying, but after witnessing so many guys pass away, he no longer feels that way, since this moment is crucial. The two arrive to a town with a sizable audience supporting them about mile 331. Ray disagrees and persuades Peter to continue when he stops and says he wants to give up so Ray may see his mother again. Then, not realizing that Ray has halted behind him, Peter continues on. Peter tries to return for him when the soldiers shot him down shortly after. However, the troops pull him away because he is the victor. Before the Major shows there to deliver the fatal shot, Ray tells Peter that he loves him and apologizes to his mother. As Peter suffers a breakdown, the audience applauds and fireworks light up the sky. The Major congratulates Peter and asks for his wish. Peter claims he wants a soldier's gun so he can one day give it to his children as a memento of his triumph. The Major convinces the soldiers to grant his wish because Peter is a decent man, despite their caution. The Major tries to calm Peter down by reminding him of his fame and wealth as soon as he gets the gun and points it at him. Before shooting the Major on the spot, Peter just responds, "This is for Ray." The movie ends as he drops the pistol and turns to go. To ensure you never miss any updates on new videos, kindly click the bell icon and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.